It's depressing that guy could win, and he could win. I've said this. No, I want to fucking kick liberals in the teeth when living in their own little bubble. Yes, he could win. First of all, this is all the news today. Get off Angry Birds. He could win. Are you fucking kidding me? This is well within the margin of pants shitting. And I will tell you why. If you watch the people who they interview talking about why they love Donald Trump so much, here are the reasons they give. First of all, he's rich, so automatically he's a genius. I know what he says is completely batshit crazy, but it's coming out of the mouth of the rich guy. It must be true. That's America, folks. Second of all, they say he's one of us. Yeah, not that comforting, okay? That's not what I'm looking for. It reminds me of that, remember that ad in 2008? Who do you want answering the phone at 3 in the morning? Not someone who's in a Twitter war with Demi Lovato. And by the way, morons, he's not one of us. Right now, he's in his golden penthouse, fucking screwing his trophy wife on sheets made of steak. He's not one of you. And those are two arguments they have. Here's the one that they really love to trot out. He's going to shake things up. Oh, great. That's what you need. Somebody just to shake things up. That way you don't have to think about anything. Just someone who will shake things up. A Great Dane introduced into a toddler's birthday party is a terrific solution as a metaphor for our nation's pride. You're going to shake things up. Soccer is boring. Let's add handguns. That would shake things up, ladies and gentlemen. How about this argument I hear? Well, he's going to have Mike Pence by his side. Mike Pence. How very brave of you. To boo Mike Pence in West Hollywood. You're my heroes. That's all I have to say is you're my heroes. No. Mike Pence, he always looks to me like the guy the airlines hire to play the captain in the pre-flight video, you know. Captain Mike Pence will get you where you're going. Mike Pence, evangelical Christian, always talking about this good man. How can this guy sleep with himself at night? And Mike Pence, you know, is a global warming denier, an evolution denier, a guy who thinks you can pray away the gay, passed a law in Indiana about how women who have abortion should have to have a funeral for the fetus, and he's the sane one on the ticket. I remember when Donald Trump was going through the Pussygate weekend, and they were talking about replacing him. The Republicans were all debating, well, we could get rid of the pussy grabber and replace him with the fetus funeral guy. And by the way, there's no replacing Donald Trump, okay? You handcuffed yourself to this dead hooker. You're going to have to drag him to the finish line. How about this argument for Donald Trump? He must be okay, he's got great kids. I know, his two sons, douchebag von fuckface Trump and Thurston Shitbag III. They're not great kids. And then, of course, Ivanka. Precious, perfect Ivanka. The Marilyn Munster of the Trump family. Be nice to Ivanka. She's our only hope. Because she seems like she actually knows rationality, but she's his kid, and she's the only one who can get through him. I mean, you know he loves her. If he's going to do something fucking nutty, we're going to depend on Ivanka to go into that bedroom. Daddy, Daddy, you have to apologize for that tweet where you called Angela Merkel a cunt. You have to apologize, Daddy. Daddy, don't nuke Finland. I know. I mean, Hillary may have 30,000 erased emails. This chick has 30,000 repressed memories. But, you know, Trump voters, really? Not even the guy who says he wants to fuck his daughter? This is not a deal breaker for you? I mean, what does it take? A racist, a liar, a tax cheat, a draft dodger, a deadbeat, a Russian agent, and a rapist? You know we're a nuclear power, right? I mean, these are red flags. I've been trying to point this out every week. You know, little red flags about a person when you're voting. Like, how about the fact that he tweets at like 3 in the morning nasty shit? Okay, you know, we all have our ways of getting off to sleep. I jerk off. But that's positive. Happy thoughts, you know, orgasm, into sleep. This psycho tweets, no, you're a disaster, you're low energy, sap. What sort of psycho is at that frame of mind when he's trying to get off into sleep? Okay, how about this as a red flag? He doesn't know anything. No? This used to be a thing, knowing things. He doesn't know anything. He's always saying, we got to find out what's going on. We know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. He doesn't read, apparently. Everything he says, well, a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying? A passing mental patient whispered in my ear, I've got to base national policy on that. He doesn't know anything. He has not apparently even watched a Schoolhouse Rock video on the American government and how it works. He didn't know what Brexit was. He didn't know what the Kurds were. He didn't know what the nuclear triad was. He's going to learn all this when he's president. He'll be like a baby with a mobile over his head that he's learned. 3 branches of government. That's interesting. He's a crazy person. I mean, you know, that to me is the biggest red flag emotionally. It is a 5-year-old America is considering putting in the White House. A 5-year-old, someone who, you know, you're the puppet. Right? Someone who's always, I know I am, but what are you? He's an SNL character. That's what he reminds me of. Somebody, whenever you say anything critical, he says, I'm the best at it. Oh, I think I have the best temperament. He said the best temperament. He has the impulse control of a grease fire. The best temperament. He said he was the best baseball player. He said he was the most presidential except for Lincoln. He once said, nobody knows more about taxes in the history of the world. You know, because we've studied that. He said, nobody knows the Bible more than, the Bible. Nobody respects women more than President Pussy Grabber, let me tell you. I mean, everybody has something about them that, you know, is their little expertise. If you bring up the Beatles, I might say, nobody knows more about the Beatles, but that's one thing. This guy, no matter what you said. Hey, Donald, you ever do a magic trick? I am the greatest magician in the world. What about spelunking? I am the greatest. What is it? It's the exploration of caves. Nobody has better caves. People call me Donald, that's a fantastic property, that cave you have. I mean, how can we see this and other people can't? That's what's so sad about what's going on in this country. You know, this person, and I say that loosely, you know, the original sin that they should have stopped this at was when he was a birther. The reason he sued me, because I made fun of him for being a birther by saying his father was actually an orangutan. But that's the original sin, and all the Republican Party is complicit in that. They all say some version of what Ted Cruz said. You know, they have this idea in their head. This is a quote from Ted Cruz. He said, Obama could have been a unifying leader, but he made decisions that inflamed racial tensions. Oh, yes, so true. Like staying black was a terrible decision Obama made. Ben Stein, you know Ben Stein, one of America's smart, stupid people? Yeah. He said once, Barack Obama is the most racist president we've ever had. Wow. The most, you say? Right off the bat, the first black one, most racist ever. What are the chances? Most racist ever. More, would you say, than the 11 who actually owned slaves? Was it? It's like Obama, Andrew Jackson, who killed Indians by hand, and then it goes down from there. Okay. I mean, I feel like Obama just bent over backwards, and, you know, I was with him yesterday over there at the White House, and yes, he finally came through. And we saw him out campaigning today, and you know, that amendment where you can't run for the third term, not a great idea. I mean, when you see these other Democrats, I mean, Obama's like Michael Jordan on a team of clumsy 6'10" white guys. You know, that's... But, you know, I mean, I feel, bent over backwards to not scare them with his blackness. And it was a pre-existing condition. It was just never gonna. But you know what? Now that it's almost the end, you know, only 2 months left, flip the script. Fuck with their head. Yeah. Grow your hair out. That's really.